What is up guys, welcome back to the channel. It's another day, another win. Haven't said that in months, but I've gotten to say it today in the toughest of circumstances possible. I mean, it could not have been tougher to secure this victory at Luton Town because my god, from 3-0 up to 3-2, that was a crazy ending, and at times I feared the worst. I thought we could have drawn 3-all or maybe even lose 4-3. And I think if we would have not won that game, Pochettino would not have seen 2024 in the Chelsea dugout. But we managed to hold on, so luckily, he's still the manager, which I still think is the right decision. So yeah, what a crazy game to end the year. I mean, it really does signify the year, doesn't it? It sums up the year perfectly in one final game. Great attacking, but then just struggles and yeah, that's all. We've got a lot to talk about this video, so before we do, I'll please request you to do leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. We could not reach 1,000 subs this year, guys, but still we reached way more than I ever expected, so thank you for that. Now, talking about the game, the lineup, when I saw the lineup I was like, oh come on, here we go again, because it was Cole at left back once again, Caicedo, Gallagher in the middle. I really don't like this pivot because Gallagher is decent, but Caicedo alone, because Gallagher has to bomb forward, Caicedo alone cannot handle the midfield. So that was scary. And then we had Palmer and Madueke in the middle, along with Jackson at left wing, which I think was a good decision because Jackson had a good game, I think, yesterday. Way better than he's ever been at striker. I think left wing is a more natural position for him. So that's a good thing that Jackson's being finding his good position. Broja was the one man up top and he was invisible. I've got to be honest, he did nothing. Except for that one move where he gave it to Palmer, he made a run. He asked Palmer for the 1-2, but then Palmer gave it out to Madueke or something. He was absolutely furious about it. Except for that, I didn't notice him at all during the game. Now moving into the game, the first goal of course scored by the man himself, Cold Palmer. Yes, Cold Palmer, you heard that correct, because that celebration and that finish was absolutely brilliant. I mean, it was Nicholas Jackson on the left wing. Again, shooting is not his strong point. Passes it to the keeper, who saves it. They clear it out, but it lands straight to Palmer, who takes a touch and then smashes it into the bottom right corner. That's the kind of thing we want. We want players to be direct, to take shots, and Madueke and Palmer, we'll come to Madueke in a bit, are absolutely those kinds of players that are direct, they want to score. So that was a good start, and then, even though we weren't in control, I was confident that we'd go on to win this game, especially after taking the lead. We haven't lost this season whenever we take the lead, so that's a good sign that we can manage to hold on to leads, even if it wasn't as good today. Then we carry on playing. It was decent, I would say, not as dominating as we imagined, because Luton were not defending in a low block, and that's what I think helped us actually. Their defense wasn't that good. They were focused on pressing, winning the ball back and attacking, which we saw in the last 20 minutes. And that gave us the chance for the second goal. Palmer gives it to Madueke. He's holding on, waiting for a good opportunity. Doesn't come. It seems like there's no good opportunity coming, so he cuts outside. I thought he was going to cross it in, but he takes the shot and it goes in. Top right corner, what a goal. And that is Madueke telling Poch that I need to play. At that moment I was like, oh my god, Poch needs to take some changes, because Madueke now has scored 2 goals in 2 games. Sterling hasn't scored since November. Mudryk has been scoring 2 as well this month already. Madueke and Mudryk, the 2 signings last January, are the wingers that have to play. This is the way to go. Palmer at cam, Mudryk, Madueke on the wings, and Kunku up top, while Jackson is at AFCON. This is the way to go. Use Sterling as a super sub for some games. This is the way to go in January. I'm telling you, this front 4 is going to destroy everybody. The pace in it, the quality, the class, the shooting, the passing, it's going to be unbelievable. So there, at halftime it's 2-0, and everyone is begging for Nkunku or Mudryk to come on. Mudryk doesn't come on the whole game, so that was disappointing. No changes at halftime. Then Broja comes off for Nkunku, and I've got to say, Nkunku did nothing today. Nkunku was just as useful as Broja, if I'm being honest. He had a good first 2 games, but this game not that much. But no pressure on Nkunku, as we've already said. Give him time. He's already scored. Alright, he scored the penalty in the shootout and he scored a real goal in the Prem. So no complaints, no pressure at all, just keep doing what you're doing in Nkunku. He did nothing, but it's fine. Jackson actually played the whole 90 minutes, which is a bit surprising, but fine. And then, thanks to Nicholas Jackson, comes the third goal, because Luton Town were really starting to build attacks. They were going to build on their play. They were trying to score attacking substitutions, and we were on the back foot. We thought this could lead to a comeback, but luckily Disasi takes the quick free kick, starts a counter to Nicholas Jackson, dribbles past one, brilliant through ball to Palmer. I have to credit Jackson on this one. This is why I said he's better as a winger than a striker. Gives it to Palmer, and then Palmer with the composure. If it was Palmer giving the pass and Jackson as the striker, Jackson wouldn't have been able to score. And Nkunku is the only other Chelsea player I would have trusted to score in that situation. And Palmer did exactly that. Cuts across the keeper, then takes another cut against the defender, and then slots it simply into the bottom right corner. Silky moves, just glides past them, reminds me of Mesut Ozil. And then scores 3-0, does the celebration, and at this point, you would think game over. 3-0 Luton in August, 3-0 Luton in December, game over, right? Well, if you thought that, you're either not a Chelsea fan or became a Chelsea fan very recently, because things do not work this way at Chelsea Football Club, do they? Do they, Eden? Do they work this way at Chelsea Football Club? No, right? No, because they just don't. 10 minutes later, Ross Barkley scores from a header, momentum is with Luton, and it's 3-1. And then Luton keep scoring, not scoring, but they keep shooting, keep putting crosses into the box, keep hitting the crossbar. The crossbar was hit twice. Petrick made 2 great saves. They had a goal disallowed for offside before the Barkley goal. Cross comes in, header puts it in, but then the person who gave the cross was offside. What are we doing in training? What are we doing in training? Do we not work on set pieces at all? I mean, I know Thiago Silva has done a good job, but he's not that tall either. And Disasi, who is tall, is not doing a good job in set pieces. Neither is Colville. Gusto was done a bit. You know, I remember that one moment on the right wing when Gusto moved to left back. He was nutmegged, he was skinned, and I was fearing for my life. I think they hit the crossbar there as well. So there were a lot of scary moments. Somehow we managed to get the win. Because then in the 86th minute, ball comes in, header, Petrovic saves, but there's an empty man there. He taps it in. Why is no one there? Our defensive formation for set pieces is a shambles. So it's 3-2, and at this point, we're all biting our nails, we're all stressed, we're all terrified. Because it could have easily been 3-0. I'll be honest, we could have easily been 3-0 or lost this game. We would have lost this game if not for Cole Palmer. 2 goals, 1 assist, man of the match. Because those last 10 minutes were frightening. But then the man who comes on again to save the day, Alfie Gilchrist, gets another appearance, makes the final tackle to end the game. They were going on the attack, stops the cross coming in, kicks the ball up, final whistle goes, game over. Enzo came on for the last 6 minutes. Apparently he's doing better for his injury, but I don't understand why he took off Palmer instead of Jackson. But I guess he was keeping Jackson on because Jackson has the pace. Quick counter, maybe we score a 4th in the 94th minute to seal the deal. But yeah, that's really all for the game. I think Gilchrist did pretty good. In terms of top performers, Caicedo started off bad, but then in the end, he did some good work, made some good challenges. Broya invisible. Madueke Palmer, man of the match level performances. Same with, I would say, Gusto. Petrick as well. Thiago Silva proved today that he's still good enough. Disasi, a meh performance, neither good, neither bad. Colville, bad performance today in my opinion. Same with, Gallagher and Jackson did decent. And yeah, that was it, I think. Enzo didn't have time to make any impact. Gilchrist did good again. Nkunku, as I said, didn't do much, but no pressure. So yeah guys, that's all for this game. It's 3-2 Chelsea, we've won and we remain 10th, but we are just 1 point behind Newcastle, who play Liverpool, so fingers crossed they lose. And we are 2 points behind Brighton as well, so they might lose as well. Hopefully they do so as well, because if they lose, both of them, then we are just 2 points away from 8th. and then we could leapfrog them and hopefully get back into the top 8. And honestly, I would take an 8th finish at this point. Finishing 8th would be a miracle at this point for us. Hopefully we can do it, win the Carabao Cup, of course, that's the goal. Next game is against Preston. I think we have to make good runs in the cups. So let's, no silly mistakes, fingers crossed, no silly things. Let's just get the job done, win, and then move on to round 4 of the FA Cup. So I'll see you for that game, guys. This is the last video of 2023, so I just wanted to thank you all for your support. This has been the best year for the channel, hands down, in terms of growth, in terms of subscribers, in terms of reach, views. So thank you all for everyone who subscribed this year, watched the videos, liked the videos, etc. So I'll see you in the new year, guys. Have a nice day, and goodbye.